I want you to ask yourself, how many things do you have in your daily life that you've started, but have yet to finish? Days pass, then weeks, then months, then years, never having reached what you dreamed you would when you set out. This is what I struggle with in my everyday life, and so does everyone else. We procrastinate. It's only natural, especially because we're all preoccupied with multiple things at the same time. So why can't we finish things? The big element for me is the finish line. When can I consider something finished? How far should how much work should I be able to put into this? How much work is even left? Oftentimes when I start a project and I'm invested in it and excited about it, I don't consider the finish line. I put in a crazy amount of time and effort, but when I consider what's left, it's pretty easy to get discouraged. And it's really sad to see something like that abandoned. Not just for the satisfaction of completion, but just because we can see the lost potential. When I walk through all my old projects from years and years ago, I'll just load them up. I remember all the wild ambitions I had when I started. And then as I went along, I slowly became more and more discouraged before I finally just gave up. Reality is harsh. Just viewing them, you can visually see when reality had hit me. I'd make certain angles look nice, but at any point outside of that, I'd lose interest because of the amount of time it would take. I say this to say, don't be discouraged. I want to show that it's somewhat normal to start something and not get around to finishing it. Don't feel pressured to finish everything or make everything as refined as it possibly could be, because you also have things going on. It's somewhat normal to start something and not get around to finishing it. Don't feel pressured to finish everything. Don't feel pressured to finish everything, but also don't make a habit of incomplete projects. Otherwise, when you eventually come back around, it's way easier to get discouraged. Scrolling through a list of incomplete projects is rough, especially when you know that they were all worthy of completion. Everything left unfinished is frozen in time until you decide to pick it up again. But you might not remember how to finish it by the time you get around to it. Even outside of just building, you might be learning a new language, writing a story, designing a house, whatever. If you take too long of a break, it's really hard to return. And what a shame to have wasted so much potential. To anyone who's watched this far, I appreciate it. I always get uneasy when viewing my old builds and stuff I will never be able to complete, even if I invested the time. In the past, I've only featured the most complete stuff on this channel, which is something I want to change with this video. I'm not perfect, and for every build you see featured on this channel, there are 10 more left incomplete, and probably more. But don't get me wrong, this isn't a video saying that you should be realistic and quit while you're ahead. I don't have a clear message for you, or a solution to procrastination or anything. And I'll continue to make things way too big to finish, but I don't want to lie to myself anymore and say that maybe one day I'll finish them, because I won't. The worst lie you can tell is to yourself. And this video is my way of communicating that. So please continue your creative spirit, but don't lie to yourself. You cannot finish everything, but do your best every day to work towards a list you can scroll through and be satisfied with. That's it for me. Enjoy the rest of the video. Love you guys.